All right, so let's get to this story about Kim Zolciak and Kroy, because child is getting messy. Er. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak was hit with divorce papers by her husband Kroy Biermann, where he demanded primary custody. This is according to Radar Online. Now, remember I told y'all when I did the first video on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you. It went the numbers is going up with my report on that. Um, what was I gonna say? I just drew a blank. Okay, I remember I told you guys that Kim was the one who said that she filed first. Turns out it was Kroy. Probably because he finally saw the bitch for who she is. A damn gold digging heifer. Or, as Nene Leak said, close your legs to marry men, which she was clearly not doing her entire life. Because I got some tea on Miss Kim. Now, in the petition, Kroy listed the date of marriage as November 11, 2011. He said that they have separated on the grounds that the marriage is irretrievably broken. Now, Kroy said they have 4 minor children: Kroy, Cash, Kaya, and Kane. His petition claims said children are presently in the care, custody, and control of Kroy, and Kroy seeks the temporary and permanent sole legal and sole physical custody of said minor children. He also noted that he has 2 other children that were no longer minors. That would be Brielle and Ariana, who, by the way, Brielle opted to unfollow Kroy on social media. But like I said earlier in a previous post when I first heard about this, you can't unfollow that last name because Kim had Kroy basically legally adopt y'all as his own. So y'all have his last name, Brielle and Ariana. We don't know who Brielle daddy is. But Kim did marry Ariana's father, who kind of found out was married 3 times, and a third wife, he ended up in jail because for having inappropriate contact with his third wife's daughter. So yeah, Kim definitely knows how to pick him. Plus, remember Big Papa? And then I was hearing a story. I was on YouTube, and once I started watching stuff about Kim Zolciak, I started getting like alerts on things. And there was one I forgot. I should have just wrote down the name of the source that I got this from. But I saw some tea where it said at 16, she was a witness to a criminal investigation in Windelotz, Connecticut, and started having relations with a police sergeant named John McDougald, I believe is his name. He admitted to the affair, but said he started seeing Kim after the investigation, which I don't believe. And John was married at the time of the affair with Kim. And this was around when she was a teenager, 16, 17. So Kim definitely was out here laying low and spreading wide and doing what she had to do to financially secure herself. Kim has always come across as someone who did not want to be broke. Being broke was not an option. She loves money. Money was never, or things that she wanted was never, and it was never a no with her. She always just went and spent extravagantly. It was all over the housewives. We've seen it over the years. And I know people want to be so quick to blame the Real Housewives and a lot of these reality shows is being in on reality TV. Does that ruin relationships? Does that ruin marriages? I don't think it does. I believe if you have a strong foundation before you go on reality TV, a damn TV show cannot destroy what's already been irretrievably broken, as the phrase they like to use. So I don't believe for 1 second that the reality show ruined them. I believe Kim is someone who wanted to keep up with the Joneses, living beyond her means, and was trying to live in this point of trying to show out for us, which I don't understand why. I'm not the one that's going to be stuck with them crazy bills. That's you. For extravagant parties, you're spending more than the income you're actually receiving. So I want to play y'all a clip of Bethenny going in on Kim and them and basically saying all the shit that I was saying. And I'm like, it does feel a little awkward that you have another housewife going in on a former housewife going on another former housewife. Because it might be awkward if y'all happen to run into each other at BravoCon. But people should have a right to say what they're going to say when they're going to say it. But if Miss Mamas feel like she ain't scared of no damn Kim, refresh. Wait, you want me to refresh? Hold on.
I was just on my podcast and my producers told me that Kim and Kroy, Kim Zolciak and Kroy are getting divorced. And I've heard all the rumors about the foreclosure. And I thought to myself, marriage is hard enough. Bringing other people into your life and highlighting it for years on TV. I did it for a short time and I paid the price. And I took it like a champ when I was scrutinized and, you know, they go with you in when it's happy and everything looks great, and everyone's coming with you when it goes down to the abyss and the shit pit, Slumdog Millionaire style. So they invited us into this life, and they've always been people who seem like they're spending more than they have. He's on a football salary, she's on a housewife's salary, and they're spending like the fucking plane's going down. And the thing is, you can't spend more than you make. And it's the old housewives model to get on the show, make no money, spend, logo, car, house, bankruptcy, foreclosure, because you can't fucking keep up. You're writing checks you can't cash. And it's gross. It's like what's wrong with America. When the whole real estate bubble crashed, that was because people were just financing their houses and the whole thing imploded. And I heard Kim and Kroy owe $1 million each, and it's like, good. Pay the IRS. You got to fucking pay. You want to play? You got to fucking pay. And, you know, all these couples that bring everybody into every single detail like they're perfect, it's a recipe for disaster also. Machine Gun Kelly and Megan, and then he's cheating. And it's Adam Levine and his wife. Everyone gets humbled real quick. So these two, you know, we're so perfect and we're so in love and we have all this money and we're spending and the diamonds and the this and the filters and the kids and everything. And then when the shit goes sideways, you invited us in when it was going good and it looked like a fairy tale or made us believe it was. Well, guess what? We're coming out with you too. So no one's going to fucking respect your privacy at this time because there is no privacy at this time. And I think I get particularly lit when people spend what they don't have. It's like fucking up the whole system. It's like fucking with the IRS. Like you pay your goddamn bills, right? I never spent a goddamn dime until I made money. Like never. I couldn't afford a taxi. I would pray that someone would buy me a drink. Like, I never spent a fucking penny. I was terrified. I was on the cover of Forbes and called my business manager to ask if I could buy a handbag the first time. I was always terrified because you don't spend money you don't fucking have. My apartment was furnished by IKEA. When I was on the Housewives in New York, I didn't have it, so I didn't pretend I had it. Fucking hate all show and no go. I hate fronting and stunting. Pay your fucking bills. That's all I have to say. Pay your fucking bills.
And that's how you know Bethenny in New York. She said, pay your fucking bills. But that's so true, though. It's like this whole front and stunting that a lot of people do on social media, it's just ridiculous. Like these delusions of grandeur and these illusions that they want to fit up in there. And it's like, we all knew that Kim, what used to send me was how Kim used to just act like she was this highfalutin, high sedity. Like she thought she was Alexis Carrington, the way she was carrying herself. Like she really thought she was, married to Daddy Warbucks. First of all, your man is no Tom Brady. He was not bringing in that kind of coin that y'all could have been fronting and stunting, going around acting like y'all had all this damn money coming in. He was a low-level football player. He was no Brett Favre. Or no, look at me being butch, bringing up footballers and stuff. I'm being silly. I know football. But it's like, look, Kroy was not somebody that was like this major player in the NFL. And Kim thought she was just too damn good for the Housewives. And it's funny how I remember, I even alluded to it and I played around with it. But I remember Kim was even, people would say, oh, maybe she come back to Real Housewives. No, but we don't need her. The only one that would want her ass there is Sheree, because Sheree need an ally at this moment. Her and that Martell storyline, ain't nobody buying it. That fake relationship where y'all got to drag me from born ass Love and Marriage Huntsville to try to get y'all some kind of notoriety over at the OWN network, because nobody don't know what the hell that is on their TV. Don't nobody care about Carlos King, thirsty, opportunistic, want to come back to the Atlanta Housewives having ass. Because he want to be media and talent now. He don't want to produce no damn more. And so we don't want Don't Be Tired to get a reboot. We really don't. And we already know, and that's Andy Girl. He go hard for the trailer trash. Because at the end of the day, I don't care, how many mansions your ass buy, you still trailer trash, Kim. So I feel like at this point, what the closest that we could get Kim Zolciak to come back to the Housewives, it would have to be in the form of Ultimate Girls Trip. And that has been the word on the curb, is that Kim, they've been trying to get her to come and do season 5 of Ultimate Girls Trip. We're currently in season 3. I can't even get through season 3 because it's so damn boring. I'm just looking for the season when, the whole thing with Brandy and Caroline Manzo, I just want to know what really transpired with that whole situation. And the cast is way more entertaining than season 3. So, should season 5 happen where they could get Kim to sign on the dotted line, this would be good. But if she do, she got to address this whole divorce situation. But I really feel like Kroy is at this point where it's like, I'm tired of you and your bullshit. We saw Kim had a heavy gambling problem. You saw all them damn lottery tickets in that episode of Don't Be Tired that she bought. So she spends crazily. And then I saw on social media she's selling her used wigs for $2,000. I'm like, bitch, I would rather buy the bundles from Erica Jane, where she overcharging y'all like damn near $1,000 for some hair pieces. Don't even come with the clip in. Remember when Lindsay, when we did an episode of what was it, Drinks and Drag, and she said that, she went on the website, she said, damn, don't even come with the clips. And she charged like damn near $1,000 for bundles and shit. So can't nobody wearing your damn wigs. Lord knows what you got up in the damn scalp part. Could be lice, could be bed bugs, could be all kinds of shit. Them roaches you claim that you saw in Nene house probably crawling up in them wigs too. So I really feel like this is a stunt. I don't know. And the whole thing, because now they got a $1.1 million tax lien. And it's funny how like that came out moments before the divorce. It's like the tax lien thing came out, and then hours later, the filing for divorce. So, what's dark was always going to come out to the light eventually. And y'all sit up here trying to stunt. And yeah, you can put a little duct tape on the wound, for a while, but eventually the wound is going to expose itself. You could temporarily cover it with the Band-Aid, but there's only a matter of time before the dirt always comes out. When you sweep it under the rug, it's gonna come out. It gotta come out somewhere.